Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to the video. So in this video, we're going to be going over the top 5 stocks that I'm looking to buy and trade for this upcoming week. Some of these are longer term swings, some of these are very quick trades. We'll be going through the thesis on each one of those, and also going through the picks from last week's, how they performed, and my updated thesis on those. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so the first pick from last week was Bed Bath & Beyond, ticker symbol BBBY. The thesis on this one was the short squeeze leading up to earnings, and personally I was also playing this one through earnings. So taking a look at the technical chart, we can see that we got that breakout out of the downtrending trend line. We got a huge run running up to earnings. Earnings did disappoint though, but it was still up a good amount from the call out in the mid 17s from last week's video. So overall, winning trade, not the overall outcome that we wanted, but still pretty solid overall. Next up, FUBO TV, ticker symbol FUBO. So this is overall slightly down for the week, but we had the perfect buying opportunity on Monday. So on Monday, this stock dipped down to $23 and bounced off that support level. So that was a perfect entry for this swing trade. So for this trade, we're looking for a break above $30, and this stock, I believe, will run to $34 to $35. So we have not gotten that break yet. We've gotten rejected twice at that $30 level, but this is the week that I think we could break that $30 level, and my price target for this trade is $35 by the end of this coming week. And if we don't get it this week, I do expect this to break out the next week. These super hyped up stocks that are heavily shorted, they do not sit down for long, and I expect FUBO to have a big run very, very soon. So next up, Overstock, ticker symbol OSTK. We called this one out last week at the bottom of this falling wedge. So overall, this stock was up 10% for the week, even after a 7% drop on Friday. So taking a look at the technical chart update, we can see where we called this out last week, right at the bottom of the downtrending channel. We got a big bounce and a big run up to the $60 range. We got rejected at $60, and right now we're sitting right at about $54 per share. So this is one that we're looking to trade in and out of every time it gets to the bottom of the wedge. That's always a buy, and if we can break the top of that wedge, that downtrending trend line, if we break out of that, I believe that we see a huge breakout coming very, very soon. So watching for that breakout, but for the time being, just trading off of these two levels. So next up, Salesforce, ticker symbol CRM. This is overall pretty flat for the week. Now taking a look at the chart, we can see the big level that we're trying to break with this one is $230 per share. We have not tested that level again yet, but when we do break above that, that's where I see the run to 240 to 250. So this is more of a longer term swing, waiting patiently for that break of 230, which I believe will happen in the next couple of weeks, if not this week. And once we break above that 230 level, that's when the breakout will come. So being patient with this trade overall. And finally, the last trade for last week was Workhorse, ticker symbol WKHS. Had an absolutely massive run. Even after that 8% drop on Friday, this is still up 23% for the week, up 31% before the drop on Friday. And last week we called this one out right at the $20 support level. We had a huge reversal off that level. We broke above that resistance level we were looking to break at $23. So once we broke that $23 level, like I said last week, once it breaks this level, it's off to the races. We got that break, and we went all the way up to the high of $28 per share, and right now it's sitting a little bit above $25 per share. So overall, this is a big winner for the week, as we got that big breakout we're looking for. So there's the recap for last week's trades, and this week I have some trades that I'm very, very excited about. I know you guys love your penny stocks. I threw in two very low cap stocks that I believe have massive upside and not very much downside, and one with a huge technical pattern that I believe we will see a 2x from this level, which we'll go ahead and get into in just a second. So let's take a look at that. Alright, so this is the stock that I'm most excited about overall for this upcoming week. This is Ocean Power Technologies, ticker symbol OPTT. So first off, we'll take a look at the technical setup, and then we'll go over why I like this stock so much. So for these technicals, we have a perfect setup for an ascending triangle. I always preach that patterns that form over a short period of time, most of the time do not play out. But patterns that form over multiple months, these are very likely to play out, and when that breakout does play out from these setups, that's where you get the big move, and these are the stocks that end up as big winners. So taking a look at this ascending triangle setup, we can see that since September, this ascending triangle has been setting up. It's tested that 350 level twice, has gotten rejected, has had a dump off, but has always dropped back and held this trend line that we're looking at now, never breaking below for more than a couple days at a time. So Ocean Power Technology, this has everything going for it right now. It has the blue government, which is all about renewable energy. They're going to be flooding money in. I would not be surprised to see Ocean Power Technologies get some funding from the government, as they're expected to put trillions into renewable energy. They've also worked with the Navy in the past, so another partnership is not out of the cards for this trade. And just taking a look at their main three products and what they do is a lot about harvesting energy from the waves using clean, efficient lithium batteries. They also have a solar side to the business. They also have a subsea battery that have very low self-discharge rates that are highly efficient control. So a couple potential catalysts that we have going for it is possibly another contract with the Navy. With the government expected to put trillions in renewable energy, Energy, I would not be surprised one bit if this company gets a bunch of government funding. There are not many other companies in the space of ocean power, harvesting power from the ocean in a renewable sense. So in a way, this company kind of sits by itself and could be a big focus for investors. If the government was to put a lot of money towards hydropower, this stock would get a ton of attention, a ton of hype. So let's look at an example of another ascending triangle that happened this past week for the exact same setup. We'll take a look at that first, how it played out, and where I could see this stock going, and my personal price target for OPTT. So this past Friday, POLA had the exact same pattern as OPTT has now. It had tested that resistance level multiple times. It was forming that ascending triangle. So we ended up getting that breakout on Friday and an absolutely huge run and hit a high of $8, breaking out from that $6.50 resistance level. So in my opinion, this is a perfect example of what OPTT has the capability to do. I also called this stock out on the Discord. If you're interested, by the way, the link is the first link in the description if you're looking to join that Discord. But anyways, I see the same pattern playing out with OPTT and breaking out. If it can break above that $3.50 resistance level, I see this stock having initial pop up to $5. We may get a pullback from there. I do believe that this stock does have $5 on the table, and if not, it does have more upside than that. If it does break above $3.50, now it could get rejected a couple more times at $3.50, but as long as this ascending triangle holds, as long as it does play out, I do think we get a huge breakout on the way. Everything is going for it. Renewable energy, technical setup, you can't go wrong with this trade in my personal opinion, and this will be my number one focus for this week ahead. Alright, so the next stock I'm going to be talking about is another small cap / penny stock play. So this stock is MariMed, ticker symbol MRMD. So this is a cannabis stock currently trading for 58 cents per share. And this is my overall favorite cannabis stock in the entire market. So this is not much of a trade based on technicals, but we'll look at the setup in just a second. But this is a play based on fundamentals. It's very, very undervalued fundamentally compared to other cannabis stocks. And I do believe that the market will realize this stock very soon with cannabis hot right now, with the blue government coming in. We could get more legalization news and anything like that. So I expect the cannabis sector to stay hot. This is the most undervalued cannabis stock in my personal opinion. Has absolutely massive upside. So before we take a look at the fundamentals and what products this company has, let's go ahead and take a look at the technical setup that this stock has. So the stock has been on a very solid uptrend recently and has established a very strong level at 55 cents per share. So it got rejected initially at 55 cents. It started consolidating for a while. It then broke out at 55 cents. We broke all the way up to 71 cents per share. We trended down, bounced right back over 55 cents this week, and we're holding this level right now. So I believe right now is an absolutely perfect entry in the 50s / low 60s. This is where I'm looking to add more shares and add more on any red days. So now taking a look at the valuation and fundamentals of this company. First off, this is on their investor presentation. This compares their fundamentals compared to other company fundamental in the exact same space. So judging by this, and if they're valued the same as their peers, this would be $4.48 per share. As of right now, it's just 60 cents per share. The market cap is just above $200 million. Their revenue multiple of 2021 is only 1.5x, which should be a lot more for a big growth cannabis company. These other companies such as CGC, ACB, they trade for such a premium. They're debt riddled. MariMed is so much of a healthier company. They have such better assets on hand and only trading for 3.4 times the EBITDA. So we can see the consistent financial growth that this company has had all the way from 2015 up to 2019, and also the total assets that they have. As these other companies are debt riddled, like I was saying, their assets are going down. MariMed is going way up. Their assets are going up very steadily. And we can take a look at some of the brands that they own. The big one here is Betty's Eddies. This is one of the best sellers on many cannabis sites that sell. And this company overall has a very strong growth strategy underhand. They own a couple giant 46,000 square foot dispensaries. And 2021 is expected to reflect the revenue from these new areas such as Massachusetts, Illinois, and also something to keep an eye on is their quarterly net income. What we saw in September of 2020, we saw the net income finally turn positive, and this is a huge sign. Whenever you see the net income turning positive for a company like this, for a very beginning stage growth company, that is absolutely huge, and the stock price usually takes a big pop learning this, and I think we have seen a minimal pop so far, and this stock has a ton more way to go. They also have very consistent, very high gross margins, over 60%. Quarterly revenues, with a couple outlier years, quarterly revenues are steadily increasing. And overall, we can see 3 years ago, the stock was trading for $5.80 at its highs. Right now, it's below $1. So my price target for this stock is I'm not going to sell any shares until this stock is at least over $1. And I see this stock over $1.50 within the next couple months. I would expect by June, we see this stock at $1.50 plus. So this is not any micro cap play, but this is a very small cap penny stock. that I see being a future billion-dollar company, very, very undervalued overall. And this is more of a buy and hold for me. I'm looking at this as a swing trade. While cannabis is hot this coming year, I believe it will stay hot. I see the stock being easily over $1 in the next couple months, potentially $2 to $3 by the end of 2021. So I'll probably be looking to trade in and out of this stock when we see a big move. But for now, I'm waiting for that big move, holding strong, adding any dips, and will not be selling anything under $1. I'm very rarely confident in these very low cap stocks, but with this stock, I'm very comfortable holding long term because of these fundamentals, because of the sector itself, and because of its industry peers' comparative valuations. Alright, so the next stock I'm going to be talking about is Canoo, ticker symbol GOEV. So this stock is currently trading for $15 a share. I've talked a lot about this company in the past, but they have some big things going for them right now, so let's talk about it. So this past week, Apple announced that they're going to be working on their Apple Car with the company Hyundai, and who else is working with cars with Hyundai, and Hyundai uses their technology for some cars? This is Canoo. So taking a look at this video and just looking at the Canoo vehicle, and in my personal opinion, just the look of the Canoo vehicle, the futuristic, minimalistic design, this just reminds me of something that Apple would be using. Now that, of course, is just personal opinion, pure speculation, but I would not be surprised one bit to see Apple use the skateboard technology from Canoo, and if so, we see the stock go to the moon if any news comes out for potential use of the Canoo skateboard technology towards the Apple Car. Just having your company name along with the Apple branding, that is absolutely huge, guys. Alright, and this is less of a technical play as well, but we can see that it does have pretty strong support that it has held multiple times at $14 per share, and the chart does look like it's due for a reversal and uptrend all the way from this area. Now this is a mid/longer term play for me, so I'm not looking to be in and out of this stock, but overall it does have a ton of things going for it. They have a huge social media presence as well. They're working with YouTubers such as Casey Neistat, Marquise Brownlee. They've made contact with them on Twitter. I talked about it on my top 10 long-term stock video if you want to check out my full thesis on this company long-term. But this company is just doing all the right things. They're very innovative, and their products look very futuristic. Alright, so next up is Tattooed Chef, ticker symbol TTCF. So this is a technical setup play. So this, first of all, this company has earnings on February 8th that could be acting as a very positive catalyst. But first off, this is a textbook cup and handle formation. So taking a look, we see that cup formed, hit that resistance level at $26.50 and has downtrended ever since. So it has very strong support at $23 per share, and it has bounced off that multiple times. When it does break this downtrending trend line, that's where I expect the breakout to start all the way, and then a break of $26.50 to hit all-time highs once again. That's what I personally expect to happen on this cup and handle breakout formation. With their earnings coming up, it does have a bunch of things going for right now. I love this as a trade/long-term investment, short-term and long-term here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and throw two more quick trade setups in this video, just because I do think these are very solid risk-reward plays. So first off is AMC. So taking a look at the long-term chart, this is the yearly chart. It has had a triple bottom right at $2 per share, having a reversal on that right now. There's lots of rumors going around with a funding deal that they're working on. Now the risk for this trade is if they have another offering, and I do have a stop loss for this position right under $1.90. But overall, I do think this stock is due, as long as nothing goes bad, for a run back to $2.70. Pretty low risk and very solid reward potential with a short float of 35%. This could be a very quick mover and reversal on a bottomed out chart play. Alright, so the last trade setup for this coming week is Ligand Pharmaceuticals, ticker symbol LGND. So this stock is currently trading for $106 per share, and it is sitting at a resistance level right at $107. So taking a look at the long-term chart, this is the 3-year chart, we can see that it did hit past highs at $278 per share. Right now it's pretty much sitting at $100 per share, so it does have a lot of that recovery type upside. But the thing that I like the most about this stock is that it is the second heaviest shorted stock in the market, over 100% short float, and almost 70% of the total shares are shorted. So if this stock can break out of this $107 resistance line, I see a big breakout on the way. If shorts start covering, we could see this stock move very, very quickly to $150 per share. Now, at the same time, this stock could very easily get rejected at this level that it's sitting at right now at 107, trend back down, but it has had a triple bottom at this level as well. So things are setting up nicely here. It has huge reward potential, pretty low risk potential as long as you have your stop loss in. I'd have my stop loss under where this triple bottom is at. So overall, I do like the short squeeze potential of this stock. It is a very solid growing company with revenues up over 60% year over year, almost 2 times the cash than debt. And overall, they're working to develop technologies to help other pharmaceutical companies develop and work on other medicines worldwide. Alright, so those are my top 5, I guess 6 top trades for this coming week. Let me know your thoughts down below and your favorite trade overall. If you're interested in joining the private stock group, that link is down below. Every time I buy and sell a stock, I send an alert to the group, answer any questions you have, and everything like that. Also, if you want to get $30 free on M1 Finance, you can get all free money just by signing up. You get that free $30. That's the second link below in the description if you're interested. It also does help support the channel. It is an affiliate link, so I would greatly appreciate that. And yeah, guys, good luck to everybody this week. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get rich.